Hey everybody's, this is going to be a Divine Feminine check-in. I warned you, we're going to do a lot more Divine Feminine check-ins this month. Divine Feminine preparation for union check-in, so clearing. I got my double terminated, my DT crystal here. Okay, so we're going to focus mostly on DF energy in these readings. I'm going to try and do as many DF readings as DM readings in the next month and really dial it in. But let's have a look at where the connections are at this time. So thank you, a Divine Creator. What can we see for the connection between DF and DM at this time? The polarities of love on the planet. I was just dancing to some funky music, and one of the songs was "It's Not Over Between You and I," and I was like, I wish we could be doing a little bit of a thing, but I can't have background music. My readings would be much more me if I had a dancey soundtrack. But anyways, let's get into it. So DF's on the left. Ooh, DM's on the right. Nice. I love this actually. So DFs, we've got anxiety, we've got being lost out in the forest, all alone right now, processing some, I just heard this is the gateway to be truly good on your own. And we've got Emperor in the DM position. So DMs right now are sorting through things. They've got that pendulum, the yes and no. They are making final judgment calls. They are in precision mode, I just heard. They are weighing out. It's coming down to the wire. So the DMs are comparing and contrasting. You are being watched by your DM, energetically or otherwise right now, for how you're going to navigate this period of time, Divine Feminines. Bravery and surrendering to the love. So love loves when no one's looking, I just heard. And that sums this up in the connection space. Even though the Divine Masculines have their eye on you as their Divine Feminine right now, more so than ever, they are absolutely, I just heard manning up, take gender how it resonates, but they are about to get real and motivated without telling anyone that this connection is giving them a kick in the butt. They're about to get motivated to be even more authentically themselves. So Divine Feminines, you can do this. You can let go. You don't have to be in anxiety. This is a necessary part of the process, and the connection is secure. This is the holding on to it. So no matter what happens next, it's not over between you and I kind of energy. So don't be in fear here. I'm going to get a bit of a support clarification. What do we want to do? Yeah, Starseed Oracle. So for Divine Feminines in this Nine of Orbs, anxiety or sleepless nights, growth. I just posted on my Facebook page, did I say this before? But growth is love. So if you're being triggered to grow, if you are seeing things in radical new ways because of this journey, because of everything you're manifesting in your life, embrace it. Growth, growing pains, it's not always comfortable, but this is your chance to be blind. And now I see Divine Feminines on another level. We're going to be going through a lot of ascension markers in our entire lives. As humanity keeps ascending and leveling up, we are going to be busting through those trailhead markers. We're going to be going through those thresholds of consciousness. So Divine Feminines, you don't ever arrive at your final destination. So just breathe through this contraction right now. If you get that analogy. Okay, Divine Masculines in Emperor energy. Let's see what the Feminines need to know about that. It fell onto the feminine side. Spiritual strength, virtue, and valor. So this is like the solar plexus if it had arms and legs, the Emperor, you know? If you can come into this embodiment, true self, authenticity, then you can represent higher energetic consciousness in physical form. And that's what I'm getting that the masculines are up to right now. So hands off that wheel, Divine Feminines. It's about really tapping into your own growth. And I'm looking at, wow, 2 cards here, beautiful. Spine of Fire, True Self, Passion, Motivation, and Purpose, and Spectrum Generator, Reprogramming, Transmutation, and Stabilization. So whatever the last cycle was, it's brought everybody into a reality check, more grounded, more authentic, like snap us into shape. And it's because of these connections that we are inspired as such. So yes, this is surrendering. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I have recently had a like gobsmacked, is that the right word? Experience of, oh sheesh, I'm in love. I'm so in love. I gotta get my act together. I am way in love like never before. So yeah, this is really powerful. Instead of making it feel, you know, scarcity, that's going to be coming up because this is a card of scarcity. So in the near future, we're really going to be processing this idea of worthiness as it grounds into the physical, because we do get stabilization, transmutation, and alignment. This is root chakra red. We're bringing this bravery in, that it's an inside job. We have to prepare to receive this level of awesome in our lives. So we do have a foundation, but we're going to be looking at how to move through any ideas of scarcity. That means, you know, any weak energy, any truly weak energy that is not wholesome, solid, that is a leakage of energy in any way. So what do the feminines need to know about this? Star body matrix, multi-dimensional consciousness, and holographic information. What you do for self, you do for self. What you do for self, you do for other. What you do for self and other, you do for humanity. It works that way. It's staggering to start thinking about how important, how potent your take on reality is to the contribution of humanity. And ecstasy, rapture, flux, amplification, heart wave resonator. I'm seeing a honeybee wings in the heart space, like so yeah, this is liftoff to the star body matrix, your God self. This is the glow up. This is liftoff. What did we get? We also got this growth, multiplication, spine of fire. There is a up-leveling energy here out of the confines of scarcity and lack. So that means love poverty within relationships, feeling like it will always be unrequited love, feeling like it won't be chill and relaxed and passionate, feeling like it has to be love at a distance so that there is a perpetual reaching. We get addicted to that kind of a thing. But let me tell you, the energy I feel here is aliveness. Even yesterday's reading was all about true aliveness coming into the forefront, about these connections, and that when we are channeling multidimensional aliveness, it's unpredictable in a very exciting way. So that's important to know here. Wowzers. Okay, so let's get into a divine feminine take on the energy. We're going to look at what are the divine feminines thinking and feeling, about the connections at this time. So from the divine feminine perspective, this is going to be also what the divine feminines are emanating, or what the energy, the frequency from that space is, how it's affecting or projecting out to the masculine at this time, and then how it's being received. So let's see if we get accuracy or not with how the masculines are reflecting the energy that's coming from the divine feminines at this time. Let's see if it's in alignment or not, and how it's affecting the masculines. Okay, so on the conscious mind for the connections, where are the feminines at? They know they have to do some more internal. This is steps in the process. It's perseverance, bravery, going towards a goal. But this is a deep internal. With the moon, there's a subconscious nocturnal vibe here. It's an introversion. So divine feminines know there's some inner work to be done right now. What would they say to, what frequency is emanating from the feminines that way? A fine line. So they know they have to meet themselves in the place that they want to meet their divine masculine in. This is not to be afraid of, divine feminines. When we have a growth spurt, we need to get to know ourselves on that new level, and that's all that's going on here. So divine masculines, remember, your feminine may have just fallen from your proverbial pedestal right now, but this is a necessary part in the process so that they can see the inner workings of their impact, their importance, their magnitude in their own lives, so that they can recognize their blamelessness, their forgivable aspect, 1111. They're right in the right space at the right time, that nothing happens without, I heard consequence, but let's spin that to value. Everything that occurs can be a useful aha moment. And so it is a fine line between the dualities of judgment and mercy, humility. So everybody's learning compassion, unconditional love through these journeys. And divine feminines know they've got a little bit of splaining to do to themselves about their own actions right now. How is this affecting the masculines? Woohoo! Internal tower. So yeah, it is a fine line, feminines. Whatever has just happened, this is still that tower moment we've seen in the last couple DM readings. If you haven't seen those, please go watch the last two prior to this, because these are all very connected. There's a reverberation, earthquaking, hip shaking energy going on in the dynamic, but it's not necessarily focused towards each other right now. It is a fine line, but yes, it is rocking the divine masculine's world on those dualistic edges. So on one aspect, it's causing them to be pulled towards, because you are that edge of aliveness. It causes food for thought for the masculines. They're like, what the yeah. And then on the other side, they're like, my feminine is not my God. Yes, divine masculine. So that's absolutely beautiful, because in one fell swoop, feminines, you have inadvertently redirected the masculines to seek higher wisdom for their assumptions, for their version of reality. And so yeah, powerful stuff going on here. How could anything be bad if it's done that? Growth is love, everybody. What are the feminines thinking about these connections, about their counterpart right now? Ooh, bravery. They are lighting their own torch and saying, I've got this, they've got this, it's not over between us. That kind of energy. The feminines know that this is the way to truly be good on their own and to light their own torch. What's emanating from that place? Long-term success. Yes, we have to carry our own torch. We have to keep our own soul flame lit. We cannot entrust someone else to do that for us. You know, when we stabilize, we got that card of stabilization in the beginning. When we stabilize our own flame, ain't nobody gonna put that out. So our divine counterparts are truly our greatest reflection of that readiness to have our flame. It's a temperance process. If there is a rejection, if they're not feeling it, it means you've got work to do, divine feminines. Because yes, I'm just gonna stop there. What are the masculines picking up on with this long-term success emanating from the feminines? Ooh. Okay, they're looking at imposter syndrome, hypocritical. They're looking at karmic preaching. They're looking, specifically they are seeing how you just buckle down, take one for the team and go inward. Yes, I just heard badass divine feminine. Like, instead of apologizing, being weak, groveling, I just heard they are seeing that you are just going to buckle down and show them. You are not that karmic feminine energy that is too wordy and communicates and goes blue in the face telling them what's up. You are going to let actions speak louder than words, and your divine masculine is secretly like, go, do this, you've got this, and they're honored AF. So do not fear that whatever's going on in the dynamic right now is causing disruption in a bad way, divine feminines. Your divine masculine knows somehow, energetically or otherwise, that you are about to totally transform and put your money where your mouth is, make this love evident through your actions infallibly. So you are putting out the right energy, divine feminine. What are the divine feminines resonating with on the heart space? Oh! The same thing. What did the masculines just tell you? Exactly what they told you. Divine feminine, you are turning your perceptions upside down. Instead of focusing on your masculine, you're taking it in, you're reeling it in, bringing it into home, and you are on a new level, ready to put down your own inner roots. This is exquisite. So what are the messages that is giving to the masculines? I'm trying to let go of the past and trust the best is yet to come. Bravery. This is a leap of faith for the feminines. How are the masculines vibing with this? They're like, we'll see. We'll see. Like, they see how they are sending out this spiritual falconry. They know that they are that Emperor card in the beginning. Lordy, lordy. The masculines know what they're up to on a certain degree. They may not think of this connection as though they're training dogs. Please forgive me for that coming through. That is channeling. But they do know that their actions are of purity for their own path. And they have sent out some specific intentions for what they are a match for in their lives. And I'm sorry, divine feminines, but so far they have not seen you measure up. They have seen you as a potential, as maybe the best potential they've ever known. But there is still some come what may energy here. This is good though, because this is like, I want to say one last effort, one last chance, one last shot at it, but we know energy doesn't work that way. It is, though, a curiosity right now about what will boomerang back on these connections at this time. If you will, in fact, be able to let go of the past and trust that the best is yet to come. If you will let go of resistance, the waiting energy, I want to say right here that it is a trap to be in waiting, and it's a trap to be spreading your energy to things that are frivolous. So there is a fine line, divine feminine, walking that edge. And your masculine is like, if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be my divine feminine or the person fit for me as a partner. So these masculines are wanting perfection in a partner or nothing at all. They're going to keep searching for a heart of gold, I just heard. What are the feminines feeling on the heart space for their counterpart? Oh, King of Wands. They know there is nobody sexier, more attractive. Yeah. Divine masculines. Your divine feminine knows you are like no one else. Yep. What energy are the feminines? There are too many ideas in the mix. So your divine feminine or divine feminines think there are too many competitions, too many people around, too many that are rushing towards that they need to just like get rid of all of that and go within. This is partly why they are also going within, because they know, the divine feminines know that if they want to be the shining match for this, They have to completely be accountable for their own energy in a way they never have been inspired to be before. And for the masculines, yeah, look at this. Masculine walking away and the feminine looking at their own cup of love. So the divine masculines know this is your time to find your seat of love, your cup of love, your self-love on a level that you never have before. And they're just kind of gonna go on a walkabout and see what happens. There's a lot of like, you've got this. There's a lot of boom, it's love. My feminine probably got this. I'm pretty high vibe and feeling like this is the beginning of it on a union slide. And I'm just gonna go over here behind these hills, peek around once in a while to see how my feminine is playing with this cup of love in their own life. I'm gonna be checking in. There's a deep recognition between counterparts here. Spiritual hide and seek, I just heard, but at the same time, gone but not gone. What can we see for the feminine's wishes for their lives right now? To buckle down, here's the Emperor. It's under control. So they're embodying, divine feminines are embodying the inner masculine, the inner Emperor. And we saw already the Emperor is reflected in the masculine's energy right now. So here's some homework, feminines. Whatever you are experiencing in your dynamic, please look at it in the light of you are working towards an internal stability and foundation that will be mirrored in an external counterpart. How is this affecting the masculines? Ooh, look at that twin flamey embrace here. They are starting to get glimmers of a reuniting with you in this hug. A reunion, sorry, in this level of hug. It's in the reverse, so they do sense it's coming. They do feel like this could actually be it. Divinely decreed upon heaven and earth, I just heard. They sense that this level of purity and earthquaking, hip shaking goodness is bringing in the love of a lifetime. Wow, masculines. You sneaky masculines. Okay, what are the feminines wishing for these connections at this time? Commitment. Look at that. They are working towards the Knight of Pentacles. Always makes it to the King of Pentacles. We've got so many kings and queens in this reading, and Emperor. So look at this. There's a progression. They're wishing, divine feminines are wishing to implement the foundation within that makes them a match for this. King of Kings, Emperor, partner. How is that being emanated? I'm open to what will come. So divine feminines are searching their internal world with the card in the inverse. They are opening their hearts to the purity of true love. How is this affecting the masculines? Be still my beating heart, I just heard. They're like, finally can I rest upon this earth? I'm gonna cry. They are seeing you, divine feminine, as finally freaking getting it. This is the left for dead abandonment wound, rock bottom. They are seeing the end in sight, the light in the end of the tunnel with you, divine feminine. Your divine masculine is understanding that with you, with a love like this, they may put heartache to rest eternally. I heard they will be a believer. They will say there is a God. Love wins. I have found love in this life. So don't for a second think that your masculine does not know the potential here, divine feminine, and just get on with the purification of your heart, because Your masculine is putting their all bets on divine feminine right now. Whoa. Kudos, divine masculines. You are picking up the energetic throwdown. What are the feminine's actions at this time in their own right? They're really taking a good, hard, close look at what they thought would make them happy before. Things are getting real. What an honor, I just heard. How are the feminines emanating this? They are in hermit mode. Feminines are really taking this self-accountability to heart. I just see, I'm seeing myself walking in forests barefoot. It's that time of year where I live, and I'm going to be in hermit mode doing a lot of that in the next little while. What can we see for how that's affecting the masculines? They are now looking at you as worthy of reciprocity. It's a emerging, when you love yourself, they love you, divine feminine. What are the actions the feminines are taking towards these connections? Secretly, they've got one eye on the connections, but they are focusing on themselves and divine intervention. They're watching for the signs and synchronicities to lead them through the trail. How is that affecting the masculines? The masculines are grieving everything that, I heard love lost. They are grieving all the things that have not panned out. They are getting ready to believe in true love with all of their heart before their very eyes. I'm going to hold up that Two of Cups again. They are getting ready. Here's the Two of Cups behind them to turn around and say, I do to these connections. They know that you're preparing your 1 cup of love, divine feminines, to exchange here. They know it's here. It's touching their cloak, for goodness sake. They know it's here. But they know, even as hard as it is to withhold from you, that everybody involved has some work to do before it's going to be possible to exchange love on the level that is beginning to emerge as possible. What can we see for? Oh, the divine just said it's about time we started thinking these divine feminine readings were where it's at. So, you know, when I first started out here, I digress. When I first started out here on YouTube, there was a fixation on the masculine energy, and I have seen a switch, a shift to understanding how primary the feminine energy is, and with all the viewers. You know, there are mostly feminine viewers. However, it's been a fixation on the masculine. What's the masculine up to? What's the masculine think? What is all of this? There is now this cool factor where it is becoming more and more predominant that the feminine's alignment is of importance. And I do get more and more comments asking for divine feminine readings. And so those of you who are wise enough to be watching this right now, kudos to you, because you are on the cutting edge of love consciousness on the planet. So divine masculines who are watching for your feminine, and divine feminines who have taken the time to come this far into this reading, you know what's up. You know what is up. It's love. Okay. What is the biggest challenge for the feminines at this time? The emotionality, not having conversations with the masculines, feeling the feels, feeling like there's so much emotion, curiosity about if the masculines are in this kind of emotion. This is next level stuff. Yeah, so there is I'm hearing we are so connected. We don't even need to talk to feel each other. That is becoming more and more real. We just navigate like two people in alignment impeccably. You know, if you can be in the same room as your counterpart and vibe, you're just vibing, you know, you don't even need to be connected on the surface. You don't even need to consciously tell yourself that you are there because of them. If you can just be in silence, comfortable silence with that person. Imagine you and your DM in a room full of people. Other people don't even know the connection, but every conversation you're having is connected to each other. Every thought you're thinking about the conversations going on is in harmony with each other. What a beautiful piece. What an incredible connection. So this is the challenge, Divine Feminines, is understanding that you are so inextricably connected with your counterpart that you don't ever even need to speak or do or anything to be in perfect alignment. How is that affecting the masculines? There's the Emperor. So for the divine masculines that I'm channeling, and what a freaking honor that I get to channel this level of aha. Divine feminines, the challenge is that you are slow to wake up to the fact that your divine masculine feels you inextricably connected to them, and it's dawning on them more and more and more. You're not going anywhere. You are one and the same. That your realities are colliding. They see the merge coming in. They see the magnetism. They see you waking up to your inner magnetism. They see you waking up to your inner magnetism, divine feminines. They see the lights coming on. They see you waking up to this. These are the masculines that have understood how the physical reality moves around those who are awake on the chessboard. Truly. They watch. They are instinctual. They see. They see how you move. They see your actions. They want you to show them what you're made of. Show them. You don't need to talk to them, divine feminines. Let your actions, commit yourself, like I'm doing, to this month of showing yourself what you're made of, divine feminines. Throw out all of the preconceived notions, the history, everything that you've known about the rules, the regulations, the do, the don't. Get back in touch with yourself, divine feminines. What is the solution to this realization at how next level these connections really are? Here's that, oh snap. So we literally get back to back in the same sort of alignment, these two cards, reciprocity, and this could be it. This could be the one. This could be the heart of gold. This could be. So this is the solution. Divine feminines, you are in proving ground right now. To yourself, to your masculine. Do not for a second believe that your true divine counterpart cannot tell this about you. Why would you want to be with anyone that couldn't? As a divine feminine, really start seeing your emperor through these eyes, that they will know your resonance, your purity. If you just get rid of all of the wondering about what they're up to and drop into your soul, that it is impossible not to come into union. What do the masculines say about this? This is the end of that anxiety. Divine feminines, this was the first card that the feminines got. The anxiety. This is the end of anxiety. And it's the end of anxiety for them as well. All their dragons are slayed when this happens. When you see your true value, divine feminine, the divine masculine's dragons are slayed. It's never been about them, divine feminine. Your reality is your reality. You create it. If you do the work to come into alignment, you come into union. Your emperor knows that you are worthy then. It does work that way. Fear tells us it's not that simple. It's that simple. This whole reading is saying it is that simple. And not only is it that simple, but we are in the vicinity of that simplicity. I want to share a little something. I had an experience that changed my life this year. Do I say this? Yes, I do. I had a gentleman bestow an honor on me in a way that changed my life. I've never been blocked before, and I was blocked this last December because my spirituality was overwhelming. And what that did to me was it made me get real on a level that I've always wanted to. I have always wanted to be so sure in my knowledge of the nature of reality that I could speak to a child, that my inner child could rest, that I would be disarming, that I would not be off-putting. And yes, some of these concepts are incredibly complex, but mastery is when we can rein that in and put our money where our mouth is and our actions speak louder than words. And it's been a deep dive for me, and it's going to continue to be a deep dive. And that is one of the most beautiful things I've ever been gifted, the experience of by the hand of another person. It is such a great honor. I'm taking the cue, let me tell you. And you know, whether that's recognized or not, this card is saying that those kinds of motions will slay the dragons. Dragon Slayer. I'm going to write a song, Dragon Slayer, now. What is the direction of the connections in the near future from the feminine side? True teamwork. This is more than meets the eye. This is that spiritual foundation, the energetic foundation that propels both in equality in the 3D to greatness. The stride for stride, the recognition of this team energy. This is happening for you, Divine Feminines. You're going to be seeing this as evident in the growth curve that you've both been on. Oh, communication. Communication. So this is the door open now. This opens the energetic portals of communication, Divine Feminines. What do we get from the masculine side regarding that? Wow, they're doing the self-love work, the sweetness. They're surrendering to this. They're dropping the guard. They are not physically going to be avoidant, dismissive, running. This is the stick with it. This is the, in magnetism, this means that the polarities have shifted to the appropriate alignment where it's no longer north, north, south, south. Now it's hover mode, that resonance of the bee wings and the heart chakra to begin with. We're in hover, we're in flow. This is beautiful energy, everybody. This just blew my mind that it all came out in the cards this way. So let's get one card for the masculines. Okay, we get a whole heck a ton. Be peace, masculines, and learn from the past. So document, mental note to self, chronicle. Masculines, this did come out in the reverse. Elephants never forget. And so you know a lot more than you're conscious of. If this reading kind of felt familiar, rang as true, but you didn't really acknowledge your greatness in this, like these cards said you are. Life review. Take this time while your feminine is doing a deep dive and learn from the past. Connect those dots, Divine Masculines. Clear the clutter. Continue getting rid of the things you know you need to get rid of to make room for this love. Love coming through. Love coming through. Move out the clutter. Time to heal. So, Divine Masculines, that pedestal that your feminine just came down off of, let it come off of you like a snake's skin shedding. It's all in how you look at it, Divine Masculines. So take the time you need. You need time to heal just like your feminine. So please, Divine Feminines, don't put your masculine on a pedestal. Just know they're going through it. They're going through it too. But energetically, this read is what the God self process is unfolding for the collective. So your masculine may not be consciously aware of everything that's gone through this connection. There is a need to be peaceful like never before, and a need to clear out the extra, insignificant, or obsolete energy at this stage. And there is a period of time where the masculines are going to be healing. But it's a tandem effort. Remember this. And this is the key to reciprocity. This is the key to the action speaking louder than words, the affinity. The infinity of affinity. We're working on this, so it's mirrored. Your masculine will be healing as well, divine feminines. Gosh darn it, this is the best reading I've ever had. I'm so stoked on this reading. Ah! Okay, what can the feminines know? Be playful. Ain't nothing of that going on around here. Watch your words. Be impeccable with your speech, feminines. Take a leap of faith. Take the lead internally. Do not defer to your masculine. Take the lead. Mic drop. Bye. Mwah.